And let's cross live now to eNCA senior reporter Siphamandla Goge, who is monitoring developments at the ANC's National Working Committee meeting. Good afternoon to you, Siphamandla, and thank you so much for joining us. Now, you've already spoken to the President earlier on just his engagement with the media. How did you read his demeanour and also his utterances?
Struggling to hear you, but the way I read President Ramaphosa's political speech, it was a speech that portrayed a positive message in a sense that he is trying to put up a very brave political face for himself and the governing African National Congress. Of course, he cannot come to the media and say, listen, we are going to drop, we are going to lose electoral support. No political party will ever concede to such. What they will always do is to tell their members in numbers to say, listen, we are going to be working hard, campaigning for the elections, and we are going to get a decisive victory and a majority to be able to carry out our electoral mandate that the voters will give us. So, as you see, members of the ANC now are taking a lunch break. After this, we expect that the president of the ANC will come and engage with the structures. He has been listening to the presentations that have been made by the regional leaders and the provincial leaders of the ANC in Gauteng, because he is attending the Greater Johannesburg regional leg of the National Working Committee visit to ANC structures across Gauteng. There are 5 regions of the ANC in Gauteng. All ANC top officials are visiting them, and it will culminate into them addressing those regional structures of the ANC and eventually the provincial executive, which will break down what has been discussed. As we see the National Working Committee member, Barbara Creasy, living here. I see the provincial chairperson of the ANC, Panyaza Lesufi, is here. He wants to wrestle this microphone. Let's do it properly. Please stand here. Please stand here. We are live, by the way. Let's talk about the progress. What is happening now? Your speech, you discussed, if you can step back a bit, please. You discussed a number of things during your speech, issues of energy, crime, service delivery and jobs. You say if the ANC is unable to address those 4 things, it will be the end of the ANC in Gauteng. But you have had an opportunity to address them. You have struggled.
Not necessarily. You'll remember that some of the issues are national competence, some are local government competence. So we needed to spend the last 3-4 months just to fine-tune that. And we're happy that we've fine-tuned that. We've appointed a local government entity called City Power to assist us with electricity. Eskom has agreed to relinquish some of the areas which they were servicing in Soweto so that we can take over. And we're also bringing the national government to subsidize and give us the necessary support on those things. And the branches, 80% of the branches here raise the issue of electricity. So it means we're on the right course if we can attend to it.
You said to the president of the ANC, we are under siege, Mr. President. Zamas are finishing us off. You are calling for firepower, calling for the deployment of the army. Did I hear you correctly?
No, you're correct. We're correct. And we are not even flinching on that one. We really believe these people are heavily armed. And these people can't be accounted for. They come from other countries. So we need to protect our territory. And the only way to protect our territory is to get the necessary firepower this country can possess and ensure that it's toe-to-toe and let the last man stand.
But before you get that, you need to fix the porous borders so that those who come from outside with evil intentions and illegally, they do not get in.
We have to do both. Fix that and fix them as well. You can't say you have to fix one thing and leave other things unattended. We can't have our communities to be under siege. And we can't have our communities to live in fear. And we can't have our communities when it's at night. They don't know whether they will see the following day. So we are quite convinced that we need the necessary law enforcement agencies to unleash their power and the necessary firepower.
So what happens now? I see you are on lunch break. How is your program going to unfold, and how is it going in terms of other regions where there are other officials?
Well, the interesting part is that now we are entering the very crucial element of governance and coalition discussions. So we're giving branches of the ANC to determine whether the coalition arrangements that we have in our province is correct, And they're given, I think it will be the first time since the adoption of the Coalition Framework National that branches are given the opportunity to debate and discuss them.
Thank you very much for your time. That is the provincial chairperson of the ANC in Gauteng, Panyaza Lesufi. He made his presentation. If we still have time, let's take a listen to what President Ramaphosa said about the issue of governance and service delivery and how ANC structures in Gauteng have to focus on that, and what is the national government and national deployees of the ANC are doing to assist struggling provinces, including Gauteng. Please take a listen.
On the issues of service delivery, yes, some of the lapses have been going on for years. And what we are now doing, and we've now touched the nub of the matter, the various laws that we have in the country have devolved power to local government. And local government, for a whole host of reasons, has not been able to execute some of those tasks. And it is for this reason that at national level, we are going to use a legislative instrument that enable us, one, to work more closely with local government, and two, to intervene so that we can improve the lives of our people. This is precisely what we are doing. If you've seen me go to a number of projects in the country, water projects, road projects, it is utilization of that instrument.
Siphamandla, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you indeed for your time. We're speaking to eNCA senior reporter Siphamandla Goge on the ANC's National Working Committee meeting with the party's leadership in Gauteng. As you heard from the ANC chairperson earlier on, saying that they have no intentions of entertaining coalitions in Gauteng. They'll go it alone. That's the word from the meeting at this point.